Hello 11, standing by for your instruction.
Evie, start the Avenger Warlock program, please. I'll take over when you get to the practical section.
Initiating Aegis Dynamics Avenger Warlock program. The Aegis Dynamics Avenger is a police patrol ship, which is commonly refurbished for bounty hunter use. The Warlock is a variant of the Avenger, and was built towards a single design philosophy: stop ships, don't destroy them. Outfitted with a Bering REP-8 EMP generator, the Warlock makes non-lethal suppression possible via a powerful electromagnetic wave capable of disabling any electronics within the blast radius. In addition to its EMP, the Warlock has 2 size 3 and 1 size 4 weapon hardpoints, 2 size 3 missile rack hardpoints, 2 size 1 coolers, 2 size 1 shield generators, 1 size 1 power plant, and 1 size 1 quantum drive. It has decent combat speed of 181 meters per second, and a surprising top speed of 1,306 meters per second. The UAE Navy and Advocacy both use Avenger Warlocks for battlefield support and non-lethal apprehension missions. Aegis Dynamics also makes a limited number of Warlocks available on the civilian market. The REP-8 is a highly regarded EMP-focused burst generator from Bering. It balances a manageable charge time with a strong blast of distortion damage that knocks out electronic components caught within its radius. Solid engineering and centuries of use have made this a standard non-lethal deterrent across the Empire. The Quadracell is a military-grade power plant, and will provide adequate power to our components and overclocked weapons. It produces 3,576 power cycles per second, while still maintaining enough headroom to overclock shields if desired. The FR-66 is one of the most versatile small shield generators currently on the market. With its application to our loadout, we get military-grade protection and performance. The FR-66 has a health pool of 6,120 and can absorb 50 to 95% of ballistic energy and distortion damage. The Guardian Shield Generator has a health pool of 7,560 and absorbs 70 to 98% of ballistic energy and distortion damage. The addition of this component to our loadout brings the total health pool to 13,680. Enter the Glacier Cooler from Aegis Dynamics. A best-in-class heat management system designed to keep you cool as the pressure mounts. The Glacier has a cooling rate of 290 Kelvin per second and a power draw request time of 12.5 seconds. The use of this cooler allows our cooling system to retain mil-spec components. The Zero Rush Cooler is designed for racing applications. In this case, we include it in our loadout to reap the benefits of its 3-second power draw request time. The Zero Rush still provides adequate cooling at 238 Kelvin per second. The Bering Pioneer I is a size 1 electromagnetic missile. The updated Oracle EM tracking system has proven itself in numerous consumer testing reports against similarly classed proximity missiles. When enemy ships are recharging damaged shields, their EM levels spike, making them excellent recipients for a Pioneer missile attack. Hurston Dynamics has fully integrated its Cascade laser technology into their attrition line of repeaters. The size 4 attrition 4 is no exception. Operating at peak performance when near its maximum thermal capacity, the attrition provide 925 DPS and 1,387 DPS when overclocked. In our application, it is used for its mixture of shield and hull damage. The DR Model XJ3, a well-range distortion repeater developed by ASD, will be used to apply damage directly to enemy shields and subsystems to aid in the effectiveness of EMP attacks and increase the potential for shutting enemy ships down.
Hey citizens, last week we did some initial testing with the EMP on the Saber Raven. My apologies for not adding some commentary on what was happening, but I was really intrigued by the variation of EMP effects on the ships that we tested. However, I continued testing for several more days to see if I could identify some best practices with the EMP. My findings showed that the severity or lack thereof when it comes to EMP attacks varies based on distance from target, size of target, target's equipped components, and the designation of the target. And what I mean by designation is the design and role of the target ship. For example, a Gladius is a military ship by design and designation, where a Buccaneer is not. The Gladius seems to have a natural resistance to EMP regardless of the components equipped. This means that depending on the equipped components, the effect of EMP from the Warlock, even at close range, can be negligible at best and totally ineffective at worst. But when you damage or bring down a shield face first, the EMP effect increases. And when you do this to non-military ship, the effect is even greater. Now, I tested this on quite a few ships of different sizes and designations. This includes the Hurricane, the Mist, the Valkyrie, and the Avenger Stalker, just to name a few. Now we will take the Warlock out to see the practical application of what I found to be the better safe than sorry way to engage with the Warlock. My motto is still the same on this ship and all EMP equipped ships: practice and skill first, weapons and components second. Getting used to being effective with this ship without the use of EMP will make your attacks that much more devastating when you throw EMP into the mix. Now we move into the practical application section of this program.
Alright, so our target's approaching. We're going to fire up the EMP. Wait to get visual, identify the target. I'm going to try to take down the shields a little bit. When he gets a little closer, pop the EMP. Stay focused on the EM signature. See, it's starting to go down. Now I want you to really pay attention to this, because depending on the ship and the distance that you hit the EMP, ships, they start to have issues. You see how his EMP goes up, comes back down. Shields are done though. Shields have not come back up. Most likely they won't come back up. Now if you did want to try to, just stop the ship, charge up the EMP, you can roll in and hit it again. Keep an eye on the EM when you're on approach. We hit him again, down to 0. He's done. Different ships stay off for different amounts of time. Stalker's coming in. We're going to try to stay out of his line of sight. The EMP cooldown so we can charge it back up. Take a couple shots at him, get his shields down. I tried to get it right around 400 or a little bit closer to pop the EMP. Keep an eye on his EM. EMP dropped from 3400 down to 31 and descending. Now this ship has military components in it, like by default, like not the ones you add. He won't stay turned off for too long. You see his EM is already starting to come back up. He's moving. back off again. See his EM starting to go down. Now let's just take him out. That M50 seems like he never really got it back together. His ship turned on a few times and it seems like it literally just shut back off without being EMP'd again. That's because he doesn't have military components of any way, shape, or form on his ship. It seems like once ship gets EMP'd, it never really returns back to the state that it was in prior to being EMP'd. It just starts to have all sorts of issues. So we'll move in a little closer, see if his EM starts to go back up. Looks like he's pretty screwed. There he goes, he just cut back on. EM's going up. Hit him again. EM drop. And it's falling from 32. See his EM went back up a little bit, went right back down. Alright, this time we're going against a miss and a delta. Excuse me if I'm stuttering a little bit, I'm commentating this live as I watch it. Kind of let you know what's going on as I saw it when I was doing it. Freelancer miss. Military components by default. Let's charge up the EMP. We're going to make a run at him. Try to get his shields down. Trigger the EMP. EM's going down, but he's still moving. Watch his EM's fluctuating because he's trying to charge those shields back up. Hit him again. So we got him pretty good that time. His EM is going down. Shield faces are down. He's still firing. Still moving. This is that natural resistance I was talking about when you're dealing with military ships. Alright, we just got buzzed by a Delta. It's like another ship came into the mix. Keep an eye on the EM. EM's falling, but he's still moving. an eye on that EM. Alright. Let's just take a straight run of the war and see what type of results we get. Gonna charge up the EMP, fly straight at him. Pop the EMP. Nice. Alright, this one we got a Freelancer miss and a Cutlass black. Charging EMP. Make sure you keep an eye on the EM, top right corner of the screen. Take the shields down on that cutty. Get in range. Pop the EMP. Switch over to the next ship. We'll come back to that. Notice the Cutlass wasn't engaging. Let's go take a look and see what's going on with him. EM's was going up. EM's going down. We have not EMP'd him yet. Looks like his EMP is still falling. He's flying. EM takes a big dip. Look at it. It's almost down. We haven't even done anything yet. It's fluctuating. Going back down. That chip's off. No flight controls, dead stick. Now these ships are not military, the Cutlasses. They're not military just like the Buccaneers. They're not military by design. And it seems as if these ships, especially with having exposed components like they do, they don't usually turn back on. This is probably the 5th or 6th Cutlass that I hit with an EMP. And they're pretty much dead in the water. I'm gonna sit here and watch it and let you see how long these things stay off. Let's just move a little closer and just put them down. All right, well, let's debrief.
We covered a lot today. Here are some takeaways to help as you move forward with EMP. Know your ship. Know the enemy ship. Adding distortion weapons to your loadout will increase the effectiveness of EMP attacks. Triggering an EMP within close range of your target yields the best results. Knowing the timing of your EMP will help you have a plan of attack or escape. Being mindful of your target's EM signature provides vital information during an engagement. I hope that this program was helpful as well as entertaining. Part 3 of the EMP test will be coming soon. Also, we are in the final days for entry into the Pisces C8X giveaway for the month of February, so don't forget to comment. Till next time, stay frosty, citizen, and I'll see you in the verse.